Hey, what's going on, guys? Jay Will here again at Veteran Nerd Review. Getting ready to give you guys another Marvel Legends figure review on the Marvel Legends Attuma Build-A-Figure Waves Namor, the Submariner, or Submariner, however you want to pronounce it. I gotta say, this is a pretty decent looking figure. Glad they finally got him in my collection before he started skyrocketing in price and everything. But kind of does infuriate me just a little bit just looking at him due to the movie. Not to spoil too much, but the fact that they let him live after he did what he did made me pretty bummed out and pretty pissed off. I'm not gonna lie, like, I was super irritated by that. I understand I know him pretty well. I know he's a bit of an a-hole. He's a anti-hero in the comics who comes out and joins and helps the Avengers and X-Men and different factions and whatnot from time to time. But based off what he did in the movie, I really feel like he should have died brutally. But let's go ahead and move forward with this. Before I get into it, guys, I gotta let you guys know the test raffle is still in full effect. For you guys that are interested in the deluxe Iron Man with the proton armor, well, with the proton cannon, brand new sealed in box, never been opened. So if you guys are interested in that, hit up that Cash App in the description. $2 per ticket per entry, for entry or whatever. Send me your name, the number of tickets you're trying to buy, and a code word that'll be between me and you. So that way I can confirm that it is you and not somebody else that I'm giving the figure to that you won rightfully. But yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment after the video, and yeah, let's get into it. Taking a quick look at the windowless packaging here. Namor. Got some nice artwork of the figure on the front. There's a mock-up on the side of all the figures that you need to get in order to build a figure, which is Attuma. Got a nice mock-up on the side, or on the back anyway, of the figure and what all he comes with. Then of course there's some nice artwork of the character from the movie. Other than that, not a whole lot else going on with the packaging. And I definitely like how they were able to transition or like translate the animosity between him and Black Panther over into him and Black Panther's sister Shuri. Because if you guys read the comics, he laid waste to Wakanda in the comics as well. And so he and Black Panther, even though they're both members of the Illuminati, can't stand each other. They want to kill each other all the time. Like, these two only work together if the world or the universe is at stake. Like, Black Panther and Namor here just hate each other's guts. Speaking of, let's go ahead and bring in my only movie Black Panther that I have out of the packaging right now. We have the Wakanda, or the Civil War suit right here. So you guys can see how that looks together. Two rulers right there, one of Wakanda, one of, well, Atlantis in the comics, I believe. But yeah, so you guys see how that looks, and go ahead and compare it with the rest of the figures from the wave that we have out so far that I've reviewed already, which is pretty much all of them because he is the last one, I believe. We have the Black Panther from this wave. We have Hatut. Come on, stand up for me. We have, oops, he fell into this frame almost. Agent Ross. We have Nakia. And we have Okoye. Yeah. So you guys see how they all look together. Try to zoom out just a little bit so you guys get a nice big full frame of the figures. So you guys see how that wave looks together. They look pretty good. Definitely for the wave of Black Panther related or themed figures, they look pretty good together. We're gonna bring these guys back out. Boy, a nice wave all around. Definitely appreciate picking it up. And for another little comparison, let's go ahead and bring in Shuri, the protagonist of Wakanda Forever. How to see how they scale together, size-wise. There was a line in the movie where he's like, "Princess," and then she was like, "No, I am the Black Panther, and I'm here for retribution." And that scene just really resonates with me on such a high level that I kind of get like a bit emotional. The movie itself chokes me up a lot, at least like 3 or 4 times throughout the movie I start to cry. So I've watched it 3 times and I can't watch it anymore Like, I love the movie. Oops, got some guys falling over here. But I love the movie, but I have to limit myself. I can't be that emotional. Anyway, moving right along here. He does come with, of course, his spear that you guys can see right there in his hand. The spear, pretty nice sculpt overall. Looks pretty good. Nice detailing in there. I hate how they're kind of like using more of a floppy kind of material, though. That's kind of a bit of a bummer. So I wish they would use something a little bit stronger for these figures for this movie. Oh, and before I forget, one last comparison. I have my only Namor comic book version that I have out of the packaging. I do have the other version as well inside the box still, and so his review will be coming out soon, so you guys can see what that looks like. I kind of feel like for the movie at least they should have probably adapted this suit. I don't know. I feel like the trunks is a little bit dated because he's kind of wearing a thong, not a thong, but like just tidy whities that are green in the comics in his first appearances, or early appearances. So I kind of feel like maybe in a later movie they'll adapt this suit for this look, give him like a full body kind of like fish suit or whatever. But that way you guys see what those look like together. Yeah, moving right along. Yeah, like I said, the spear does have a nice sculpt to it overall. Looks pretty cool. Nice looking green throughout. Well, on the handle right there of the neck. Base looks pretty good. Nice sculpting throughout the base right there. You guys can kind of see it right there. So it looks pretty good. Then of course it comes with a down to business hand on his left side. He comes with a spear holding hand on the right side. And he comes with his two, I guess, swimming kind of hands, or flying, swimming, because he can fly and swim kind of hands right there. So he can dominate in the water, the land, and in the air. So this guy's a triple threat. And of course it comes with the left arm of Attuma. So that's what all he comes with. Let's take a closer look at this guy. Nice sculpting all the way throughout. I have a little bit of a mark right here on mine, like a kind of a scratch maybe, or like a red mark on the shoulder too as well. So not a big deal or anything. I can kind of always imagine that's just like a battle scar or injury or something like that right there. But pretty clean all the way throughout. Not a bad looking figure. I definitely like how they kind of translated or adapted him into the Latino culture in the movie. Cause I never would have thought of that. Like I never would have popped into my head reading the comics that he was part of the Latin culture. It never dawned on me. Never thought of it. But then looking back at the comics and seeing his skin tone, facial features, and everything and whatnot, kind of like, oh, well, that kind of fits. It works. And the adornments, things that he wears and stuff like that, whatever. I could kind of see that. Kind of with the olive, kind of like goldish kind of skin looking deal, whatever. It makes sense. It fits. It wasn't too far off from what I would imagine Namor to be. But get into the figure a little bit more. His head can look up that far, down that far, side to side turning. Not a real head tilt in there. Shoulders move out to the sides that far, all the way down, then go all the way around. Bicep swivel, double jointed, pinless elbows that bend in very far. Then of course you get wrist swivel with back and forth motion in the hands. And you get dice rolling motion in the spear holding hand. There we go. So that's what that looks like. Then of course he does have a lot of adornments on him. Has the neck piece is like a loose piece, and the bicep pieces as well. I don't know if it's gold or gold vibranium mix or whatever, but they're there. Kind of loose there. But it does have a torso, diaphragm joint right there, rotation, backwards, forwards. It feels like there is a bit of separation right there in the waist, but I can't really call it a full waist cut because I feel like I'm going to break it if I try to rotate it any more than that. Legs carry out to the sides that far, kick forward that far, the back a little ways, upper thigh cut, double joint pinless knees that bend in that far. Feathered feet, of course. Ankle pivot with up and down motion in the feet. So yeah, he does look pretty good for the figure version of the character from the movie. I'd say looks pretty good in my opinion. Like I said, it's still pretty heated that they let him live, but I'm guessing he's going to be a valued asset at some point down the line, fighting Kang or Galactus or somebody. So I guess they can let him live for the most part. But yeah, as always guys, I appreciate you all for stopping by and checking out my video. hit the like button, share this with your friends, anybody that might be interested in winning the Deluxe Iron Man there. Feel free to come back and check out more videos by hitting the notification bell and getting any more notifications, any more videos come out. And yeah, if you guys come back, stay tuned or whatever. The Build-A-Figure review will be coming soon, or like pretty much right up after this. But yeah, as always, guys, y'all stay safe out there. Later.